external oblique.
You would turn to the left.
You would turn to the left, this shoulder, and relax. Right, internal oblique.
You would turn to the right.
You would turn towards me, so I provide resistance there. Right hand.
Okay.
And relax. All right, so then the next step would be myofascial release. It's going to be pin and post.
Oh.
So we're going to start at this costal margin on one side of rectus femoris. And I'm just dragging down towards his toes. When you lift your head up, it contracts. And when you laugh, it contracts too. And then I go back up. Did everybody cut their nails at lunch? File them down real short. So just a down up pass. You can already see how pink. I'd probably do it once or twice more. Going in the direction for external oblique, I'm then going to pin and post that way. Internal oblique, I'm going to pin and post this way. And I'm just going to do one side so you can really see. Which partner?
Feels weird, but
It does feel weird. And I'm just going to the linea alba. One pass. That's good. Do another pass. Internal oblique. For internal, it might be a little bit easier for you guys to work crossbody. So pulling this way. But for the video, I'll just stay over here. It can get a little spicy on this lower border.
it's spicy.
Is it too much?
That's fine.
Just one pass. You can see just some 2 minutes of myofascial, how pink already. I would do a few more passes for all of it. We really want to soften this tissue up because we have to go deep to iliopsoas, so we want to make it nice and comfortable. Before, I used to only do pin and post, but it was actually the last class they started doing this skin rolling, which, if you think about it, I was like, that's weird, I don't like that. But then when you feel it, it actually felt really, really good. So, just some gentle skin rolling.
Good.
And you can actually feel, so I'm on rectus abdominis right now.
Do you always go to the linea alba, or can you go over as well?
You can, sometimes, it kind of depends. It can be a little difficult to skin roll over it. You might just hopscotch. How am I doing?
Good.
Name of the game here is slow. You don't want to go too fast. And you can feel where there's restrictions. There's restrictions right through here. Can you feel it? Feels like a little bit more.
It's like a chip clip.
A chip clip?
You and your chip clips.
Like
Always
over
talks
certain
about chip
spots.
clips.
I mean, because they're very relevant to everyday life.
So when you laugh, I can't, when people laugh, like it becomes very difficult to treat this area. So. when we encounter areas of tension, we can actually pinch and hold. Now, this is very superficial, right? I'm grabbing a whole lot. I'm going to spend more time here. Skin rolling a little bit lower. You can try it. Okay. And if your partner is not comfortable with skin rolling, don't do it. Just do more pin and post. For transverse sus, you're going to work crossbody. And what we're going to do, you're going to reach all the way around to his spine. My fingers are actually on his spine. And I'm going to pull and just use his body weight. And again, there's no lube going on, so I want the level of friction generated. Are you comfortable?
That feels good.
And I'm just hanging out. I'm in a squat, just hanging out. You can even make it a little stretch for yourself too. Stretch your back. Now, diaphragm. From your trail guide, what's the best way to access diaphragm?
When you exhale.
When you exhale. Absolutely. It's right here, that costal edge. Exhale. Curl your fingers. Alright.
Yeah, that feels so weird.
We'll try it again. Take it just a cleansing breath and then we'll try it. Alright, we're gonna go again on your next exhale. Breathe in. You'll be able to feel spots.
Getting Temple of Doom vibes out of that one.
You said you'll be able to feel
Tension, trigger points, top bands.
retreating.
This is like where myofascial meets treating. And so there's something going on here. So what I'm doing is targeted pin and post along this costal edge, this costal margin. And I'm going to go back again. Do not apply pressure. So you can palpate the edge to see where it meets his sternum. So right about here, make like a little triangle. We're not going to apply any pressure here. Directly over top of it, where your solar plexus would be. Breath in. Deep breath in. Come out slow and inhale. Just make your way down the ribs, curling under, going slow on exhales. One spot right there.
That one's not as bad as the one we did before.
It's like the very edge of the section. Deep breath in. Big deep breath in, push me out. Good. All right, next up, psoas. So I'm gonna remove the bolster. Why?
It's affecting the hip.
It's creating some hip flexion. I don't want that. Are you comfortable with that one? Gonna have to be. Look how pink. So 3 fingers under the belly button, off to the side, edge of rectus from abdominis. All day. Deep breath in. right there at that edge of rectus abdominis. We're going to start pushing in. We're going to go with his breath. Keep taking big, deep belly breaths, okay? If you get uncomfortable, let me know. How we doing?
Ooh, that's so spicy.
Keep breathing. You're doing good. So we can do a little active release. Some options here. I can just stay here. If that's all he can tolerate, then I'm not moving. We're just going to stay with his breath. I can move my fingers side to side. A little friction that way. Is that okay? Or on your next inhale, I want you to just straight leg, lift that whole right leg up in the air, and exhale, put it down. In the air, exhale, put it down. I'm gonna come out now. Deep breath in. I'm gonna come out on the inhale so I can start talking. I don't want to compress anymore. How we doing?
Good, that was
Them's my
special.
fingies. I have short nails. I just cut them. Those are my fingers, so this is why it's key to have short nails, because you could put little crescent shapes. And you can tell it was definitely like these two were doing a lot of the work. So options. As you're compressing on it, you can, on an inhale, have them lift, exhale, put it down. So just some active release of like pumping the leg. And depending on their tolerance, you can have them lift, drag their heel even to their glute, which is creating a deeper hip flexion. Pause for a breath, exhale, and slowly extend it back out. So movement of the hip just kind of depends on what your partner can tolerate. You may just be able to hit it, and then that's it, not move. They will know you're on it. It was very distinct feeling, right?
It had a heartbeat too.
So could you guys see the abdominal aorta pulsating? So I moved a little bit lateral. So the abdominal aorta kind of sits roughly in the middle. I moved a little out this way. Just kept going. And it'll feel dense and firm, but not hard. It's not going to have a pulse directly. The pulse is going to be next to it, and it's still going to be just like any muscle tissue, like squishy, but still dense and firm all at the same time. When in doubt, just ask your partner. It's very distinct. It's a very distinct feeling. Before, I was just pressing your stomach, and then it felt different when I got on it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But be slow and come out on an inhale. As they inhale and fill, you're coming away. And I could go in for 2 more times if I wanted to kind of hit as much of it as I could. Iliacus. Can you go into figure 4 for me? Like we're gonna treat the adductors. This opens up the pelvic bowl just a little bit. You're gonna curl your fingers. You're wearing breeches, right?
Yeah.
Breeches and breeches. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. I got it. I got you.
So you just go around Chris.
I'm curling around that iliac crest. Doing okay? Just like with treating the adductors, we can apply pressure and move the knee in and out, kind of pump it a little bit. You can just hold here. You can hold and friction. I think we'll jump off the table if I do that too much. If they laugh, they're going to push you out. And this can be a very ticklish area on people. So sometimes what you end up doing is just introducing touch. They can't even tolerate your touch to access the muscles. He's exhaling, so I'm going to bring it in a little bit more, all the way across. Another deep breath in. I'm not going to go any further. He was bracing himself a lot for that one. I got you. Whenever you come out, whatever area on the abs you are, just do like a mini little effleurage over it. And I haven't used any lube yet. None whatsoever. I could do that a few more times as needed. Since iliacus is also a hip flexor, you can go ahead and straighten your leg. We can do the same thing. Deep breath in. Curl fingers, exhale. Good. So I've got double fingers here. Exhale. On your next inhale, do that same straight leg lift. Exhale, drop it. So inhale, lift. Good, good. Exhale, drop. It's harder to lift your leg when I'm poking in here, isn't it? Yeah. We're gonna come out. Awesome. In here, I want you guys to treat like this. There is an option to treat iliacus and psoas over the sheet. Just like with glutes, you can still hit it. So I'm gonna cover them up a little bit. Can you pull down just like the band of your scrub pants, just because it's so thick? Just a little bit? Yeah. Okay. So, back of my hand, I'm gonna find that ASIS, that iliac crest, and I'm just gonna do the exact same thing. So I can treat over here, over top. Might be a little bit more comfortable for your partner, but today I want you to do it directly on the skin. So then I don't have to worry about like, because also the drape builds up a little barrier, a little wall. I can't fully access the muscle. Exhale. I'm able to hit this lower portion a little bit. Next inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, put it down. We're good. We're good. You would finish with a nice little, just like your Swedish belly rub, effleurage, sun and moon, going around, all that fun stuff, just to kind of calm the area. Stretching. It's super fun to do in class, but I'm going to be fully honest. I never stretch for these in session, but I'll show them to you. You want to get some stretching? Sure. Oh, before we flip, we can do the same thing we did last week with, was it last week, 2 weeks ago, with quads, where you drop the leg off the table and you kind of push it down. You can do that one, because that is a hip flexor stretch. But for the abs, you can do cobra. So flip on over. Are you comfortable with it? You're okay with it? That's a nice one. Face in the face cradle. Okay. What you're gonna do, shoes off, no kicks on the table. Find those ischial tuberosities, and your knees are gonna go right on there.
Oh, yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
So beforehand, I moved his legs just a little bit apart. Please don't instruct your client to spread their legs. It sounds very strange. So just lift one leg at a time in a supported way and just like gently spread it. But see, as I was moving, I was stepping on the sides. You can use them as a stable. This is his sacrum. My hands are not on his glutes. I found where I needed to be. Feet are inside. All right. Fireman grip. Can I hold your hand? So he's going to hold my wrist. I'm going to hold his. On an inhale, I'm going to lean back and pull him up. Sorry, not an inhale. We're going to brace on an inhale, and on an exhale, I'm going to pull him back. We're going to pause for a breath, and then on an exhale, I'm going to lower him. Was that clear as mud? All right, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. All I did was lean back.
Like a beautiful swan right now. I'm sorry.
This is like some figure skating move right
Yeah.
here.
I mean, it's a fun stretch.
That's definitely
We
a
do
figure
it in
skating.
time.
yeah.
was gonna say that is a time move.
Mm.
Yeah.
And down. You can do that a couple times. Mainly, if I'm treating somebody's abs and I've got an hour, if they're experiencing low back pain, I'm going to utilize that time to fully treat the abs, flip them, and probably treat low back or glutes or some other associated muscle group. Because as much as I love stretching, and I say do it, do it, do it, this is one of those things where they can stretch themselves. What they can't do is target these muscles. So, I mean, it's fun to learn stretches. If you got 2 hours, you absolutely can do this here in class, here during clinicals. Huh?
With consent.
What a consent drill, yeah. Very cool. If I stretch your abs, I'm gonna have to get on the table to do so. Have you flip over? I've never had anybody tell me no. All right, you wanna see it one more time? You good?
Mhm.
Primary grip. Deep breath in. And exhale. Pause for breath. And exhale. And this is also with the understanding that your partner has no spinal issues, herniated, bulging disc, spinal fusions, whether it was structurally done that way because their bones grew that way, or they had some kind of cage, or what do they call them? Spinal stimulators. Sometimes they'll be like it's an actual implant. The battery pack will be down here, and they'll run up the length of the spine. There's like different reasons people get these spinal stimulators. But it's a constant electrical current. If somebody has that, definitely don't do this stretch.
Is this one the one where it's like doesn't matter my big ass on anybody, it'll be fine?
It
Like
does not
240
matter.
pounds of
These
Brian will be
Oak
fine.
tables, Oak Works can totally take it.
Okay.
Um,
240, yeah.
Probably what?
Was it Nikki or Brian?
It was Nikki and then
Stacy?
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So
You could jump on with
that's
me.
okay.
Hamstrings and glutes can take it, and your pressure is on the ischial tuberosities.
Okay.
Remember, hamstrings are big, dumb muscles that they can take that pressure.
All right.
What about the treatment, like with larger bellied people, like ones, you know, like people who just, you know,
Mhm.
like that? Is it still as effective?
The treatment itself,
Yeah.
Yeah. everything's the same. You might not be able to do that hug, that move.
So it's like doesn't require more pressure to like, no. Okay.
No,